Okay, good afternoon class. So today we're looking at trigonometry, sine, cos and area rule. This is our second lesson, or the third lesson? Third lesson. A third lesson on the sine, cos and the area rule. Okay. So you guys had some homework. It was exercise 10.2. Exercise 10.2. It was on page 336. Well, any problems with number 1 to 4? So all this is fine. You all did the work, no? No problems. Okay, from these sums, any problems? 1 and 3? No. Leila? 11. But you said it anyway. And that's why they laughed. Okay. Number 5, A and C. A and C, another problem this time around? No? Did I say the whole number 5? Okay, so for number 5, any issues here? No. So for homework is number 6, A and C. Homework is number 6, A and C. Number 7, any issues here? D. Number 7D. Rhombus, R-H-O-M. What? What's the question? Probably to calculate the area. I think that's the only thing. Okay, so people have a rhombus. What's the property of a rhombus? All sides are equal. Opposite angles are equal. So in other words, I can calculate the area of R triangle RHM and multiply it by 2 to get that area of that figure. Not so? So how do you calculate the area? Its area is going to be half RH times RM sine of angle R, then multiplied by 2. So it's going to be the half and the 2 cancel. So RH is 5, RM is 5, sine of 55. 5 times 5. 5 times 5. Sine of 55. 20.48 centimeters. Number 8 you didn't have to do, no? Number 9. No problems, number 9. Number 10. You didn't have to do. So add number 10 and 12 to your homework, okay? But you had a problem with number 11, I've heard. Okay? Number 11. Determine the length correct to one decimal place of a side of equilateral triangle. So if it's equilateral, what does that mean? All sides are equal. And all the angles are? 60 degrees. So let's make the sides x. So all these are x. With the area of 24. So the area is going to be 20. How do you calculate? If this is triangle ABC, the area of a triangle is going to be a half. Okay, with that angle, I can go any angle. So it's going to be a side times sine of 60 degrees. So what's the area of the shape? 24. So it will be half x squared sine of 60. How do I get x squared on its own? Divide by half sine of 60 both sides. Okay? So x squared is equal to 24 over half times sine 60. 23 equals 3. 32 or 23? 32. And then the square root thereof. When you introduce square root, I must not forget plus minus. But x refers to a length here, and length can't be negative. So the square root of the answer. 7, 4. Where you go wrong, Layla? You name it, Layla?
So, yeah, I said 2x instead of x.
You said 2x instead of, okay? So x times x is 2x from now. No, it's not. It's x squared. It will remain x. Okay, it's fine. You made a mistake. Do you understand? Eh? People, anything else here? No. Alright. Look at today's work already. Nope. So today we're going to look at solving triangles that are non-right angled. So for that we're going to have two cases. We can use the sine rule or the cosine rule, better known as the cos rule. Okay. That's when you're reading solving triangles that are not right angled. Okay. Okay, so pause the video at this point. You guys are going to write this down and make some notes, okay? Right. So this point we're looking at solving triangles that are not right angled. Okay. So if it's a right angled triangle, you can use Pythagoras, you can use sine, cos and tan as it is. Not so. And if it's the area, we're going to look at the half base times that. However, here solving triangles that are not right angled triangles, or rather the right angle, to calculate the length of a side and the size of an angle or angles of a triangle that are not right angled, we will use one of two rules depending on the given information. These rules are called in the first case the sine rule, in the second case the cos rule. Okay, or the cosine rule. Alright, the sine rule is derived from the formula for the area of a triangle, of a non-right angled triangle. How do you calculate? Remember, to calculate the area of a triangle is going to be half AB sine C, or half BC sine A, or half AC sine B. One of these three. However, if it's triangle ABC, that means to say that this area here has to be equal to that area, which has to be equal to that area. Not so. If it's in the same triangle, not O, the triangle ABC. No? If it's in the same triangle, the areas will be the same. So what they did was they equated this. Okay. They equated this here. And they said, okay, since there are three different formula for the area of the same triangle, the three equations can be combined as follows. And they said there. So what they did was, they then said, okay, therefore, so what they did was they divided throughout by half or multiplied by half, by 2, sorry. Then they got BC sine A is equal to AC sine B, which is equal to AB sine C. Can you see that? Then they divided through by ABC, 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 ABC. Can you see that? So BC cancels BC, so sine A over A is equal to sine B over B, which is equal to sine C over C. Can you see that? And that is the sine rule there. Okay. That's the sine rule. Sine of A over A is equal to sine of B over B, which is equal to sine of C over C. This is called the sine rule. Okay, just confirm that. When we are, so write this down here, the sine rule. The sine rule, write that down. And here, we will apply the sine rule when we are given the length of one side and the size of two angles of the triangle, or the length of two sides and the size of a non-included angle. And remember when we spoke about the area rule, to use the area rule we need two sides and an included angle. Not so. For the sine rule, you must have two sides and a non-included angle. You see the difference? Okay. Yes? When we're going to apply the sine rule, which is sine of A over A equals sine B over B, which equals sine C over C. When we apply this rule, the following information must be given. The length of one side and two angles. Okay, so one side and two angles. Or two sides and a non-included angle. Which means to say, if we have two sides, we have these two sides, then we can't know this angle. It's either that angle we need to know, or this angle here, but not that angle. Okay, so that is ABC. You can either know angle B or angle C, but not angle A. If we know angle A, then something else will come into place. Okay? We'll do that probably on Friday or tomorrow. Okay? You guys understand? Let's take this Mickey Mouse off here. You can see it now when we apply the Right. You got it? Let's get on with the lives. So here we are told the sine rule. This is not 10.2. Why am I throwing this down? What's wrong with me? Many things, you see. People, which page is this on? Explanations on page? Sorry? 339. Why did you tell me I'm on the wrong page? Sine rule. In any triangle ABC, sine of A over A is equal to sine of B over B, which is sine C. We wrote that one down. We wrote this one down. Not so. So if I take the reciprocal of every fraction, if I say it becomes sine of A over A, it can be written as A over sine A. Or B, which is equal to B over sine B, which is C over sine C. So if you have a choice, you can either use it that way or that way, but don't jumble the two. You guys understand? I use one and just manipulate it. I always use this one. But like I say, if you want to calculate an angle, then you use the first one. If you want to calculate the size, you use the second one. But at this level, we are fairly confident in manipulating the formula, changing around and stuff like that. Not so. Alright, that is why I always use sine A over A is equal to sine B over B is equal to sine C. Okay, very seldom I go and use the other one. But if you use it, no problem. It just takes you one, just a bit easier to manipulate or to get the side on its own. Okay. And there's a right angle given there. It says use that when you want to calculate the size of an angle, and use that you want to calculate the size of a length. But like I said, if you use the first one all the time, no problem. Use the second one all the time, you only get the same answer. What I'm trying to say. Okay. Okay, the on here. Some OCD here. How is it? When using the sine rule, you need to have at least one angle and the side opposite that given angle. So if you're using the sine rule, you need to know at least one angle and the side opposite that known angle. Okay. Just remember, when we're using the sine rule, it must be if you have two sides, it must be the non-included angle. Okay, and here is the graphical way, a picture representation of what's happening here. When using the given two sides and a non-included angle, start calculating the angle opposite the given side. Okay, then yeah, when you are given two angles in one side of the triangle, start by calculating. Okay, so that we will do this. What's the name now? You got given angles on the given side here. You can calculate that later. Okay. Right, let's look at example 1. Example 1 is on page 341. Example 1 is on page 341. Okay. The question says solve triangle ABC. In other words, or IE. What IE stand for? You guys are almost good at English. What does IE stand for? For example, there mustn't be FE. I don't know what it is in other words. But what does it abbreviate to? What is the abbreviation of? Is it the abbreviation of it? Different language. Serious? Latin. Okay, they're Googling it. What does NB stand for? When I was growing up, it was for me like I must take note of this stuff. Yeah, because I'm this must be short, it's NB. Not the O, it's an N and a B. Wrong, Chief. Yes.
So IE stands for the Latin. ES for that is.
That is.
ES, yeah. It's like IBSD.
Oh my word, you make it even more complicated. Right, but thank you. It's a Latin abbreviation for something. Okay. As I say, in other words. So in other words means that I don't feel that bad. Right. The question says solve triangle ABC. In other words, find the magnitude. People, what's magnitude? The sides. The magnitude of any missing sides and angles. Give all answers correct to one decimal place where necessary. Right. From the information given, can you see here? So we are busy with triangle ABC. So what do we say? Sine of A over A is equal to sine of B over B. Double case B is equal to sine of C over C. That's all. Now you fill in what you can from this given information. Do that quickly. Okay, so you fill this information in. What are we going to get? Sine of A over A is equal to sine of 36 over B is equal to sine of 42 over. Yes? Sorry? We calculate A if you want to, yes. But with this information, what can be calculated at this point? We're shorting A, we're shorting lowercase a, you're shorting b. But you can calculate b using that ratio. Can you see that? So what do? Cross multiply, then you solve for b to make it. So solve for b. We cross multiply, we get 5 sine 36 is equal to b sine 42. Divided by by sine 42 both sides. So b is equal to 5 sine 36 over sine 42. You all agree with that? So that girlfriend looks like she's sleeping, but she's probably not. Yeah, I know. Are you okay, Michael? Why are you sleeping? Tired of sleeping. Jesus. So what do we have? Put in the calculator sine, 5 sine 36 over sine 42, which is 4,39. So it's 4,4. Not so? Centimeters. Or units. Not so? So in pursuit of calculating lowercase a, I need to know angle A. Not so? So angle A is equal to what? 180 minus 36 minus 42, which is 102. Reason? Sum of triangle. It's triangle ABC. So this is 102 degrees. Now what? Now I can say this is 102. This is 4.4. Not so? So what do I do now? I can say sine of 102 over A is equal to sine of 42 over 5. Or sine of 102 over A is equal to sine of 36 over 4.4. The reason why I'm going with 42 over 5 is why, because this was given to me. Not so? Even if I had made a mistake in the previous calculation, in pursuit of calculating B, then that mistake would have filtered through here. Can you see that? But if I can use the given information, that's better for us. You guys understand? So do the substitution and solve for A for me. Okay, so this should simply be sine 102 over A is equal to sine 42 over 5. Cross multiply. It will be 5 sine 102 is equal to A sine 42. Okay. So what do I do now? Divide by sine 42 both sides. So that cancels. So A is equal to 7 comma 3 units. Okay, you guys understand? Any confusion? Yes, Leila?
So when someone's doing the multiplication
Yeah.
part, right? Why didn't sir use the sine b over
Because if I had made a mistake here, then I would have made a mistake. The mistake would have filtered into here. But if you had used sine b over b, because I know we didn't make a mistake, because I feel like we have confirmed that now. See here what happens if I calculate b. If I go with these two. So it's going to be sine 102 over A is equal to sine 36 over 4.2. Cross multiply, so it's going to be A sine 36 is equal to 4.4 sine 104. 102, sorry. Divided by sine 36, so put this in the calculator, Michael. So that is a 4.4 sine 102. What did you get?
7.32.
What do you notice? The same. So you can use anyone. You can. But like I said, as I said before, if B is wrong, then this would also be wrong. Okay. Now let's look at example 2. Example 2 is on page. Yes? 342. In example 2 we are told given triangle LMN. So we draw a triangle LMN with angle M82. So there goes 82 degrees. LM is 6. NL is 10. Calculate the size of angle L correct to 1 decimal. So where do we start? Where do we start? Start off by saying sine L over L is equal to sine M over M is equal to sine N over M. Not so? So do that quickly. Okay, so let's go for it. Sine of L. L is what you want to calculate. Over L, which is unknown. That's Mn. Not so? Equals sine of N, which is unknown, over 6 equals sine of 82 over. So the question is to calculate angle L. But can I calculate L as it stands here? No, because I'm shorting lowercase l. Lowercase l is also known as Ln. Why did I write Mn? No, it is Mn. Sorry, this is Ln. No? But what can I calculate at this point? I can calculate N. Angle N. So what do? Cross multiply. That will be simply sine of N over 6 is equal to sine of 82 over 10, which is simply 10 sine angle N is equal to 6 sine 82 degrees. Now what? We divide by 10 both sides. So that cancels. So sine of angle N is equal to. Put that in the calculator. What did you get? Am I working too fast? 0.5. You with the already, okay? 0.5. There's something to note here. You would have written 0.6, wouldn't you? You wrote the old number. 0.5. Okay. But what I'm going to do is for this, especially for this part of the work, I'm going to use the answer button. Okay, because it makes a difference in the long run. Okay. So you're going to get 0.59 and the number of course carries on. So how do I get angle N? Arc sine. So you shift sine, arc sine. That answer gives you 36.5 degrees. Okay. But I have answered the question. So how are we going to calculate L? Therefore, angle L is going to give you sum of triangles here. 180 minus 82 degrees minus 36.5. 180 minus 82 minus 36.5. Gives you 61.5. If that asks you to calculate lowercase l or mn, just use again that rule here. Because right now we got this to be 61.5, and then I can just go with this here, link it to that one, and you can calculate mn or lowercase l. But that wasn't the question, so I'm not going to do it here. People, you guys understand? Any confusion? No? So what I want you to do now is exercise 10.3. Okay. So exercise 10.3, you do numbers, the odd numbers for me. Okay, so start with it now. The odd numbers, no? Yeah. Girlfriend, why are you walking around? Zelda. I'll stop the video at this point. Okay.